Hello Year 7 and welcome to another video, another math session with me, Miss Sayers. This is going to be kind of your second lesson via YouTube, so make sure you watch the whole video before going to do the Show My Homework quiz. First of all, let's make sure we've got the correct equipment. Please make sure you have a pen, pencil, a ruler, and your maths book, your Hegarty maths book, or if you've run out of space in those, just some paper that you can keep safe would be great. Okay, if you haven't got any of those things, go and get them now and pause the video. Right, I'm gonna get started. So today we are gonna carry on learning about angles, and we are going to be particularly learning about angles around a point. Okay, once you've written that title, can you please underline it? And again, at any point, if you need more time, please make sure you pause the video and give yourself that extra bit of time. You do not have to go at the same pace as me. Right. So last week we learnt that if we have a straight line and some angles on that straight line, like this for example, and we had that angle and that angle, what did they add to? Say it now if you think you know. It is 180 degrees. They added to 180 degrees. We're now going to consider if we've got a point and that point is split into this angle and this angle, we are going to consider what these two angles add to. So we've got angles around a point. There's our point in the middle. We've got some kind of lines coming off there, and we've got this angle and this one. What do you think those two angles will add to? Bearing in mind we've got a point there and we're going all the way around in a circle. We've gone all the way around. What do you think that angle is? It's a full turn, 360 degrees. So that angle and that angle add to 360 degrees. So we've got a really important rule here. And the rule is, and we're going to write it down, and please make sure you write this rule down as well, is that angles around, because you can see those two angles are around, going around that point, around a point, adds to 360 degrees. Okay, that is our key rule. Please make sure you've written that down. Let me get rid of this bit. I am going to do 3 different examples now, and I would like you to write each of these examples into your book. It would be a good idea to draw the examples in pencil. So we are going to start, and we're going to leave our rule at the top the entire time. We're going to start with example 1. And I'd like you to draw this diagram. So I have my point. And I've got an angle here. And I've got an angle here. I have been told that this angle here is 120 degrees. And I don't know what this angle is, so I'm just going to call it X. That's the one I need to work out. Now, these two angles around a point, there's the point, and they are going all the way around that point. So we need to work out what that one is based on the fact that that one is 120. Now, we know that angles around a point add to 360. So if both of those add to 360, that one and that one, then how would I work out what that one is? Well, because both of them are 360, if I take off the part I know, the 120, I should be left with this bit here, which is 240 degrees. So the missing angle there is 240 degrees. Okay, that is our first example. If you need to pause it, that's fine, do that, and then write it down, come back to it in a minute. Okay, we're going to move on to example number 2. So, if you could write at the top, we've got example 2. And we are going to find the missing angle. Okay, so I've got my point there. I've just drawn on myself, that's good. I'm going to have an angle there, but I'm also going to have another one there. So I've got this angle here, and I've got this angle here, and I've got this angle here as well. This is my angle X that I don't know. This angle here is 50 degrees, and this angle here is 160 degrees. And I need to find out what my missing angle is. Now we know that all of these angles, because they go around that point in the middle, they add to 360 degrees. So I've got to find out what that missing one is. So if I work out what I've got all together to begin with, so I've got 50 and 160 that I know are there. And if I add those two together, that's 210 degrees. And then if I want to work out that leftover bit, if I do my 360, which is the whole thing, take off the 210, then I'll be left with my missing angle. So 360, take away 210. Again, if you're not sure of anything, you are absolutely welcome for quite a few of the questions in the quiz to use your calculator, or you can do a little written method. And we're left with 150 degrees. Okay. Finally, we're going to do one more example. So again, if you are not done with this, please feel free to pause the video, but otherwise I'm going to move us on. So our final example, which we are going to call example 3, and we're going to find the missing angle. And what we've got here is we've got a point. So I've got this angle here. I've got this angle here, which is 36 degrees. And I don't know this big one there, which I've kind of drawn a bit funny, but oh well. I don't know what that one is, and I need to work it out. So first of all, I need to establish what this angle is here first. Now, because we've got that little box, we know what that is. And we've seen that not only in last week's video, but in the week before as well. This angle here is 90 degrees. Okay, it's a right angle, it's got that little box, that means it's a right angle, it's definitely 90 degrees. So, we're gonna do the same method as last time. Because these all add to 360, if I take away the part I know from 360, then I'll be left with this bit. So I've got to add together 90 and 36. And for quite a few of these questions, you can use your calculator. So I'm gonna whip out my calculator. 90 plus 36 even, is 126 degrees. And then because all of this adds to 360, I'm going to do 360, take off the bit I know, and I'll be left with this bit. So take away 126. So 360, take away 126 on my calculator, and that is 234 degrees. So this angle here is 234 degrees. Okay. Go and have a go at the quiz on Show My Homework now. Once you've done it once, come back to the video if there was anything you weren't sure of, and then you can go and try the quiz again once you've rewatched parts of the video. It's really important that you're kind of aiming to get about 75% on that quiz, so do make sure you're giving your best shot for all of your 3 attempts on Show My Homework. Okay, thank you, girls.